You shouldn't find no 40-year-old woman and she ain't got her together. Something wrong with you. My
That
brother bring
part.
home a 40-year-old woman, she ain't doing nothing but waiting on a man to take care of her.
That part.
I like that logic. So you should have to vet better. So then if a woman marries or has babies by a man with face tattoos and he don't want to be in the kid's life, he just want to go ahead and dip, right? Then we should just hold her accountable, right? Hey, look, you had babies with a dude with face tattoos. Don't go after him for child support. You should have vetted better. I like ideas like that. I tell women they need to pick better too. If you're a woman, you pick a man that can't keep a
I
job.
tell them both.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you. I think men
I
need to
tell them
vet
both.
better. I think we got to judge women with our eyes closed. We need to look if she ain't a woman that's after God's heart, and you ain't got no business dealing with her at all. The problem I normally find with the ladies though is when we flip that around and we say, okay, so when you was dealing with Pookie, or you was dealing with Daquan, and then he wanted to go ahead and fill up at the pump, and then he left you with some kids, right? Then we shouldn't be able to go after him either, right? We don't need to worry about finances with him. You're suffering the consequences of bad decision making, so pay the piper. Same thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right, then I'm cool with it. If what's good for the goose is what's good for the gander, then you got me on just on fairness.
Yeah, but when
Hey,
I'm speaking, y'all want to speak man versus woman. Now you want to bring up a woman, and I was not saying none of that. I was responding to the alimony shit. I don't even agree with alimony. I can't stand it. I think it's taking care of a damn child.
well, you
You
said we
married a
did.
child, and that's what your result is. That's what you got to do for the rest of your life. I don't agree with it.
I
I
don't
never
know,
got a
man.
dollar in child support out of my divorce. I didn't even put him on child support. If you ain't compelled to do it, and he was in the Air Force, if in just like Lady O said, that the state naturally tells the man to pay the child support. The only time the child support knows is when the person you married, the child you married, calls and says, my daddy's not paying for my meals, and tells child support. Otherwise, it's still on my divorce decree that the Negro was supposed to pay every month. But you think I ever got time to call Las Vegas and Nellis Air Force Base or anybody? Hey, my ex-husband is not paying child support. No, I'm grown. I'm masculine. I take care of my shit.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Kia.
Okay, so how this conversation started was um, asking the question was, what can we do so that men won't be so afraid or like weary of getting married? I don't, I don't know. We've been talking a lot about money, and it's like if most men are afraid of marriage because they think women are going to come after their money. I mean, I think it's a ridiculous claim. Most people make less than $40,000 a year. Most men do not have assets, like you know what I mean. Especially millennials and Gen Z, Gen X. You know, a lot of y'all, you know, getting your degrees, and you know what I mean. You're working up, you're climbing the ladder. Gen X is like the entrepreneur generation. Y'all have a lot of stuff going on. Good job to y'all, but millennials and Gen Z like complaining or being afraid that women are going to take their assets. That's why they're afraid of marriage is crazy. And then yes, I do accept the fact that yeah, women, I mean men benefit a lot from marriage. The most, some would argue, and the least from divorce. Women benefit the most from divorce. And women do tend to initiate most divorces, I understand. And someone brought up a point that that women, oh, it was Lady O.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was Lady O. You brought up the
So,
point that women,
what I do?
Dr. Lady O, I'm sorry,
It's okay.
um, that women tend to initiate divorce more when it comes to infidelity.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Actually,
I did the research.
it's no higher, it's no higher than any other divorce rate. Women initiate most divorces. So of course in that category,
Period. But
yeah.
still, what is
So
what?
in that category,
Right, you're right. But I'm speaking. But I did the breakdown specifically on those who are accused of infidelity. Women are still
mhm.
more likely to leave the marriage, and men are still more likely to stay. And
In
even in
most cases,
mm-hmm. No, they are. Because men, like you say, women have more, they file for divorce more, men file less. Men do stay because of the kids, they file, they finances, things like that. See, what we got to understand as women, men do not want to leave their children. Okay, they absolutely do not want to leave their kids. They do not. They want to be in the same house with their kids. Trust me, I've been through a divorce. I saw how heartbroken my ex-husband was. I saw how torn up he was when I moved the kids to Baltimore, Maryland. I knew, I saw it. They do not want that. So men will stay in misery because of that. But even when it comes down to infidelity, I did the whole breakdown on it. When I'm talking about just not in general, but just in infidelity cases, men still are less likely to leave.
Yeah, but I don't know if I share the sentiment that some people just they don't want to be a part of certain things. And I don't know if the reason why men are afraid of marriage, if marriage is the ultimate goal, I think marriage is beautiful. Again, like I said, I think people just like committing themselves to something forever because we're
Well,
human beings and it feels good. But in cases where a partner falls ill, men are more likely to commit divorce. And I'm not saying this as like to play like statistical tennis, but I'm
that's
saying like
true.
I don't think the reason that young men are afraid to get married or don't want to get married is because of finances, because most of us in these two generations don't make enough money for that to be a fear, don't really
So
have
hold on,
I
capacity
understand.
hold
to
on.
be a
I
giver.
just I just want to say one thing. You realize it doesn't matter how much money the man makes. She's still gonna take it. It is irrelevant.
Take what?
He could be making only 30 grand a year and
Mhm.
it will still be taken. So it doesn't, you're using the stance of like, oh, well, he doesn't make that much, da 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 da. It'll
Mhm.
still be taken. He can make 100 grand, he can make 1 million, he can make 30, he can make 15. It will still be taken. It does not matter.
Give me
It
what you
doesn't matter
got.
how much money he makes.
Yeah.
I'm
It
telling
does
you right now,
matter.
it does not matter. No, 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 it doesn't. It
It
doesn't.
matters if she makes more money than him, and then they will take the
So
money from
but
her.
we're not
Feel,
talking about
feel
that
for her.
anomaly. We're not talking about that anomaly. We're talking
Yeah.
about the anomaly about the men's income. But majority of the time, the majority of the time, the children end up with the mother, and he will still have to pay something according to what he brings in. It does
Yeah,
not matter how much he
Yeah.
brings in, he will still have to pay.
I
Look at
knew
look at
and
look
I
at Naomi
understand that. But
caught
what I'm
caught him
asking
for trying to
for
slide the
I
goalpost.
knew
Good
what
that
good catch, Naomi.
if
They
these
tried to
men are
evade.
afraid of marriage because of this thing, first off, I understand no matter how much money you make, especially when it comes to children, money is going to be taken away from you. I get it. However, if you make $40,000 a year, which most people do on average, why are you afraid that someone is going to marry you for the reason of divorcing you? I don't
Let
think
me.
that that's a
I can
rational
respond to that.
fear to have.
I can respond to that. All right. Let me ask you a question. Do 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 men out earn women?
For the most part, yes.
Mm,
Okay. So do women date up in income or down?
mm.
Yes, most women date either horizontally or vertically,
Okay.
No,
All right. So
horizontally
in
and up.
education and
proportionately,
in income.
no, they date horizontally as a bare minimum. Women will tell you this all the time. They will say you at least need to make as much as I make. You at least
Mm-hmm.
need to be as educated as I am. This is something we all as men hear all the time. Fellas, do
Yeah.
we have any disagreement on that point?
Nope.
So the bare minimum is my equal, but preferable is my superior. Okay? So it doesn't matter if the man only makes 40,000. He's dating a woman that's making 25 and she wants some of his money.
Of
That's
course
the
you.
point mama is making. So the idea, and if you're only making 40,000 and you making 3,000 and some odd dollars a month, and a woman wants to take 800, then that's a lot of money to you.
She gonna
So
want
I
900.
understand what it is that you're saying, but it is so removed from context. It's so removed from the context that women date up financially. It's so removed from the context that men out earn women. It's so removed from the context that they're still taking money in proportion to what he earns, that your point is, with all due respect, completely irrelevant. It's a talking point that women give back to try to make it seem like broke men trying to worry about what they got. Listen, as broke as a man might be, whatever he's got, he worked for it. Ain't nobody giving it to him because he's sitting on some ass. Ain't nobody buying them no drinks. Ain't nobody sending them no cash apps. If you're a man, you are living off your income. You ain't getting government snaps and food cards and 80. See that 85% of that money is going to women.
Hey, Wisdom,
So
what happened?
we have a
Wisdom.
different relationship with money than you ladies have. We only get to keep what we kill. Y'all don't really understand that. We have a different relationship with money than you ladies do. You get money from your brother, from your father, from some random man that's trying to holler at you. You get people to do stuff for you all the time as women. You can't really conceptualize truly the total solitude and independence of manhood. And this is why a lot of times these conversations, they can be educational, but in terms of debating, I just don't even see why women debate it. You guys' experience of reality is so different than ours that you should be listening when we're talking instead of trying to act like you can educate us on something that you're completely removed from. It's ridiculous.
Stall her out, bro.